Hey, what's going on everybody? It's Alex with WP Creators Club, and today I want to show you a quick demo of the Divi Multistep Contact Form plugin that turns your native Divi contact module into a multi-step form that you can see here. It doesn't introduce any new plugins any new modules or anything like that. It just works right with the native Divi contact form, which makes it really easy to kind of integrate into existing websites. And you'll see as I click next, we've got a little progress bar, which you can completely customize the look of this. You could just list the different step or the different page names up here, and I'll show you all that in a second. You can customize what these next and back buttons look like. It works with required fields. This right here, this previous employer, is a required field, and you'll notice I can't go to the next one until I complete it. I can go back, but I can't go to this next field until I enter a value in here. And then if I hit next, here's the end with our submit application and our CAPTCHA and all that stuff, and you'll see that it's full here. So let me jump into the visual builder side here, and I'm going to show you what it looks like on this side and how to edit it. And the first thing you'll probably notice is that we have these steps right here in the form, and you see the entire contact form here in its entirety, so you can see what all the fields are. To edit it, you just edit like you normally would, and then we've got these steps here. And if I go to edit it, you'll see that under field options, it's right here under type. So you've got your normal types like your input field and things like that, but it adds in this option to create a form step. And once you do that, all these other options for the field go away because there are no options. It's just the step that tells Divi how to render the multi-step form. So working with the steps are really easy. The only requirement is that you need to start with a step, because it needs to know where the beginning of the first page is, if that makes sense. So you need to start with a step. And that's really all there is to it. And then you just add steps as you go to signify when the new pages should start. So here's our second step. Where's our third step? I must have called it something else instead of step. I probably called it education. Yeah, here it is. So you can call it whatever you want. I like to call it steps because then when I'm looking at it here, I can tell, okay, where the next step begins, but totally up to you. Doesn't matter what you call it. So let me show you how to edit some of this stuff now. If I scroll down here to the elements page or a tab, you'll see that we have this option here under our normal display CAPTCHA. We've got an option that says enable multi-step features, and when I turn this on, that's what will create all these steps and help the page or the form generate into a multi-step contact form. Once I turn it on, the first option is progress bar type. I can set it to a progress bar, which is what you saw. I can set it to a step counter, or I can set it to none. If you have it set to progress, you can edit the background of the bar, the progress itself when it starts to fill up, what color that looks like, the border radius. You can see I've got it set to 50 because I like this kind of rounded edge look. Same here with the buttons. But you can customize that to match your theme in the style that you're going for. If I turn it to step counter, we have a couple other options here. We can show the step names or we can hide them. That's the first one. I'm going to go ahead and save it with show names just so you can, or to step counter just so you can see what it looks like. And if I refresh this page, you'll see now that we've got our options up here with the different steps, and there's 5. And I can jump to the next. And once I complete a step, I can actually click on it up here in the navigation to go back to it if I want. I can't jump forward to steps until I've completed the one that I'm on. But if I go to next, now you'll see applicant info and contact info both have a different color. I can jump to these because they're completed already. So you have some flexibility there. Let me open this guy back up here. Back to elements. I can hide the step names. That's these right here. So instead it would just say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They wouldn't be displayed. You can change the font size of those. You can change the step text color, the current step text color, and completed step text color. So you'll notice these are all 3 different colors. Ones we've completed, the one we're currently on, and of course the upcoming steps. So you can customize those colors to match your theme and your layout. And then the other thing that you can customize are the buttons, these next and back buttons here. And that's going to be under the design, under button, just like our normal where we edit the submit button. Underneath that, we're going to have an option for back and for next. Here it is for the next button. So you can customize those both to make them look differently. You'll notice in mine I've kind of made the back button gray and the next blue, just so they stand out. But you've got all the options that you're used to. You can change what the button text is, text size, font weight, color, background color, border width, border radius, kind of all that fun stuff. So it should be pretty intuitive for you to jump right in there and start turning your normal contact forms into these multi-step forms. So that's pretty much all there is to it. I'm going to go ahead and end this video because it's already a little longer than I wanted it to be, but hopefully it gave you a good overview of what the plugin's capable of. If you have any questions, hit me up over on the WPCreatorsClub.com website, and I would be more than happy to help. All right, guys, happy designing.